Good morning, friends. I'm Ms. Jess, and this is Family Storytime. Welcome back again. Today is our last week of our summer Storytime session. But as always, we're going to try to engage all those age groups. So if you've got a young elementary or an older preschooler, or if you've got a new toddler, hopefully we've got enough wiggles and rhymes, but also some stories to keep everybody occupied. So it's the last week of summer, so let's just jump right in. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? There we go. All right. Our star is calling everybody to come to story time. Are you all twinkling and ready? Okay. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. All right. With this song, we need to do three things. We need to nod our heads. We're going to need to wiggle our toes. Can you wiggle those toes? And then we're going to wave our hands at the end. But we're only going to add them one at a time. So first we'll start with nodding our head. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're going to have some fun. I'm gonna nod my head. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna wiggle my toes. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna wiggle my toes. I'm gonna wave my hands. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. Alrighty, so let's have a little quiet seat for a minute. We're going to start by doing our quiet exercise where we just bring ourselves down and ready to listen for story time. So what I want you to do, now this is the last week of our whole series of summertime story time, so you probably know what we're doing. But just in case you've forgotten or you haven't been able to join us every week, we're going to be thinking of a word that makes you smile. So we've been kind of silly lately, right? We said maybe it's cookies or maybe it's cake, but maybe it's rainbow or maybe it's hug, which is one of my favorite words. Maybe it's play, something that makes you smile. So I want you to think of that word. And in a minute, we're going to do, first let me show you. In a minute, we're going to do a nice breath in through your nose. So it's going to be like you're smelling a flower. And then we're going to let it out just with a nice little nice and relaxing, so that we can start story time all relaxed and chill and calm. So think of your word, and I want you to close your eyes. Think of your word that makes you smile. And then I want you to breathe in like you're smelling a flower right through your nose. And then let it out. And then you can open your eyes. And we're ready to do our next silly exercise. This one is a little bit tricky. Might be tough for the little guys, but it's also kind of fun. Grown-ups, you could try this one. It's kind of like that whole, pat your head and rub your belly challenge. It's called tap and wiggle. So we're going to wiggle our fingers and tap our feet, but one at a time. So if you're wiggling the fingers over on your left hand, you need to tap your foot on your right. And if you're wiggling your fingers on your right hand, you need to tap your foot over on your left, okay? So what's tricky about this is you need to remember to do opposite sides, but you also need to remember to wiggle here and tap here. It's tricky. You guys want to give it a try with me? All right, so we'll start. Tap over here and wiggle over here. And then we'll switch. And then we'll switch again. And you can maybe count to 5 or 10 every time you switch. And then the more you do it, you can go faster and faster and switch. And you have to really focus on what you're doing. And pretty soon, you might find that you've completely lost your pattern and you're tapping and wiggling on the same side. And that's okay. This is just a fun little exercise just to see if you can focus and concentrate. It's rather tricky to do. But also it's something that you can do. Again, if you're kind of all scattered and you've been running around all wild all afternoon, might be something that you could do later and bring yourself back to concentrate and focus a little bit. So, kind of silly, kind of fun. Now, as I mentioned, this is our last week of our summer story time. I hope you all have been joining in and participating in our summer programs. We had a lot to offer, even though it all looked a little bit different this year, but on our virtual platform we did have a whole bunch of stuff. So if you have been joining in, if you've been working on the Read and Bead program where you're tracking your reading and earning beads for your necklace, there is still time to redeem those. So definitely go check out your points, see what you've got, and you can redeem those still for your beads. So we hope to see you all come and grab those before the summer is over. Of course, that whole summer reading program has been all planned around Imagine Your Story. We've done so much imagining, and I'm going to ask you one more time to use your mind and maybe even close your eyes if that helps and imagine our story. We've shared a whole lot of folk tales, and I think I mentioned last week I saved some of my favorites for last. This week I have one of my absolute favorites. Not sure why I love telling it so much, but it's one that I really enjoy. Maybe it's because of all the trip trapping that we do. So yes, that's right. Our last folk tale is going to be The Billy Goat's Gruff. There are 3 Billy Goat brothers. The oldest, who is big and strong, and he's got fine curvy horns. The second brother, the middle brother, who's very brave. And the third brother, the youngest, who is very clever. He's quite tricky and smart. Now, the 3 billy goats live on one side of a river. They eat grass in this meadow every day, but they're starting to run low on grass. They've been eating and eating and eating, and it's almost all eaten up, and they'd like to go eat grass on the other side of the river. But they have to cross a bridge to get there. Well, the youngest brother decides to go check it out. So he heads across the bridge on his little feet. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And he is halfway across that bridge when up pops a troll. And the troll says, "Who's that tripping on my bridge?" And the little billy goat says, "It is I, the youngest billy goat." And the troll says, "This is my bridge and I'm going to eat you right up." Well, that little billy goat, he's clever, so he's thinking, he says, "You don't want to eat me. I'm just the littlest billy goat. Wait for my big brother. He's much bigger and juicier, and he'll make a fine meal for you." And the troll says, "Well, you really aren't much. Maybe I'll wait for your big brother. All right, you may cross." And the little billy goat, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, crosses the bridge and ends up in the meadow on the other side. Well, the middle brother takes his turn, and he heads across the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And he's halfway across the bridge, and up pops the troll. And the troll says, "Who's that tripping on my bridge?" And the middle brother says, "Oh boy." But remember, he's very brave. He won't be intimidated by this big troll. He says, "It is I, the middle billy goat Gruff." And the troll says, "Well, this is my bridge and I'm going to eat you right up." Well, that brave goat, he won't be intimidated. He won't be scared. So he plays that same trick that his little brother did. He says, "Oh, I'm just the middle brother. Wait for my big brother. He is big and juicy and delicious. You should wait and you can have him. He would make a fine meal." And the troll says, "Well, this billy goat would be yummy, but if there's a bigger one, I'd rather have a bigger one." So he says, "Okay, you may pass." And so the middle billy goat brother crosses the bridge, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, and he ends up on the other side with his little brother. Wow, that biggest, oldest billy goat, the big, strong billy goat Gruff, crosses the bridge. And he marches across on his big, strong feet, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And the troll says, "Ah, yes, this is the one I've been waiting for." And he jumps right up and he says, "This is my bridge and I'm going to eat you up." Oh, the big billy goat Gruff. He is big and strong. He's not afraid. No, he's not afraid at all. That big billy goat lowered his head with those big fine horns, and he charged right at the troll and butted him right off. He knocked him with those horns, knocked him right off the bridge into the water, and he floated away. They never saw or heard from him again. And so the big billy goat Gruff went right across the bridge, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, and joined his brothers on the other side where they could eat all the fresh green grass they wanted. And from that day on, the goats could cross the bridge whenever they wanted and eat on either meadow. So this tale always ends with snip, snap, snout. This tale's told out. I think that's an appropriate ending for our last summer folk tale from this little series we've been enjoying. I really do hope that you've all enjoyed the folk tales and fairy tales that we've shared. I've had a fun time trying out storytelling instead of reading books like we normally do in the library, so it's been something a little different for me too. But part of the fun of that is that you can do that at home. So whether you have a favorite story that you like, or maybe a new book that you've just read but you really want to tell someone about it, you don't have to read them that book. You could just tell them that story. So hopefully you have enjoyed that. But if you love the Three Billy Goats Gruff, we do have a couple of different versions you might be able to find at the library. I actually don't have one with me today, but I do have this book here. This is a collection. Dillairs are actually a family who collected fairy tales, folk tales from different parts of the world. So this is their book of Norwegian fairy tales. And there is a couple of pages. There is a version of the Three Billy Goats Gruff in there, along with a whole bunch of other folk tales and fairy tales. So that might actually be a book you guys might really enjoy. It'll give you more than one story, a whole bunch of stories to look at. So if you are interested in that, go ahead, check that out, find that on our catalog, and then you can come on by and pick that up from the library. Maybe find yourself some other folk tales, fairy tales, or maybe even you will find some just some other books to read. So if you're interested in finding something for maybe a beginning reader that you've got, now that we're winding down the summer, if you've been working on reading all summer, maybe you guys have been working on those sight words and improving your reading skills, or maybe you're just looking for a bedtime story. But any which way, whatever it is you're looking for, go ahead and see if you can find that over at our catalog. And like I said, come on by and you can pick those up. Now, for our last flannel of the summer, we're going to roll the die one more time. Hopefully this is one you guys enjoy. Let's see what we get. I'm going to make sure, remember, you always have to pay attention to these, because instead of just me singing the song, we're going to do a flannel story or a flannel rhyme. So you guys watch closely, and I'm sure there will be something you can join in. Let's see what we get, and we'll find out what it is for today. Okay, what are we going to roll today? Ooh, nice even number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spots on the die. Let's check the list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, who's that cute little puppy? Looks like it's time for bingo. Aha! I tricked you again, didn't I? That's not bingo. Definitely, that's not bingo. That's not a dog. That is... ooh, something delicious looking, something I like, maybe you do too. Pizza! Yummy! I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 slices of pizza. They've got cheese on them, and what's that? Oh, pepperoni, my favorite kind of pizza. But you know what? I think I see some letters on there too. What letters do you see? Can you guys help me name these letters? I'm going to point and you say the letter. That's right, letter P. And this one's I. Z. Z is the last letter in our alphabet. And what's this? Another Z. That's right, 2 Z's. And this one is a letter A. You got it. That's the first letter in our alphabet. So we have P, I, Z, Z, A. And all together, letters make words, and these letters make the word pizza. So let's sing about some pizza. Remember, just like in the song bingo, we're going to take one letter away every time. So instead of singing that letter, what are you going to do? You're going to clap your hands. Okay, you guys ready to get started? A cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it's for me. Oh, P-I-Z-Z-A, 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 and pizza is its name. Oh, nom, 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 nom. This one looks good. Uh-oh. See, we lost the letter. So now we only have I-Z-Z-A. So where this letter P was, we're going to clap our hands. Okay, you ready? Cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it's for me. Oh, I-Z-Z-A, 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 and pizza is its name. Oh, this slice of pizza looks delicious. Tasty. Okay, 2 letters are missing. We clap our hands 2 times. Cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it's for me. Oh, Z-Z-A, 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 and pizza is its name. Oh, I'm hungry. Ready for some lunch. I think I'll have this slice of pizza. You know what to do now. Cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it for me. Oh, Z-A, 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 and pizza is its name. Oh, I think I'll have another piece. It's a small pizza, right? Last letter. Cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it's for me. Oh, A, 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 and pizza is its name. Oh, just one more piece, right? And now it's all gone. Cheesy pizza's good to eat, and all of it for me. Oh, and pizza was its name. Oh, ooh, yummy cheesy pizza. Sounds good to me. Kind of like a pizza party for the end of our summer, right? All right. Now I want you to take those hands, stretch out your fingers, squish up your fingers, wiggle your hands. Let's stretch our arms as big as you can stretch today. Stretch out big. All right, as for our last time for our little rhyme, we're gonna find our pieces and parts. Are you ready? On my head, my hands I place, on my shoulders and on my face, on my hips and at my side, and then behind me they will hide. Hide those little hands. I will hold them up so high, quickly make my fingers fly. Hold them out in front of me and swiftly clap them. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, this summer went very swiftly. This summer went very quickly. And now it's time for us to say goodbye, goodbye. Bye, goodbye, I'll see you soon, see you soon, see you soon. Bye, goodbye, I'll see you soon on another day. Thank you so much for coming along on our summer story time adventure with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to see more of you around at the library soon. So keep an eye out on our website. Check out any more virtual programs we've got coming up. Keep an eye on how the library will start to reopen as we can whenever that happens. And we do hope to see you all very soon. Bye!